Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
So this is a discussion. So feel free either to send us questions via Slido, and I may be using mobile phone now. There will be Slido questions, or just raise your hand and you can ask questions. Let me introduce you Veronika, as I said, and Lenka. Yourself.
So hello everybody, my name is Veronika Pizano and I'm project manager and now also COO of IT/IT. IT/IT is NGO and our mission is to bring more girls and women into IT. We are doing courses on the elementary school, high schools and also retraining courses for the adult women. And we are doing it for 10 years. I will do a little promotion. So we have Slovak Women in Tech on October 20. If you are interested, feel free to join us. If companies are here, partners, but mostly it's the industry program is focused on women. So if you have some maybe friends, partners who will be interested to join IT and do our courses, maybe that's a place for them to do it. And what is important to say is that our mission is really bring more diversity into IT world, and we will be talking more about that. So I found actually my personal life also in my job life because I have been doing marketing before and it wasn't really fulfilling. And once I started doing project management and I started doing the courses, not as a trainer, but as a project manager, I actually could see the results changing the life of women who found their passion and their actual really good career in IT. So I really love my job. So
thank you very much. And actually, I also did the Testers Academy with Veronika in IT18 2 years ago. So, and now we have Lenka here, and she is the success story of IT18. So please, Lenka, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lenka Grigeľová, and I work as a tester in a BOOTIQ company seated here in Bratislava as a tester. And more than a year ago, I work as a lawyer, as an attorney. And thanks to IT/IT organizations, I now work as a tester. So I'm here to talk about my career change.
And Lenka is from Košice, so I was really glad that she actually traveled from Košice here to Bratislava. So thank you.
So, Lenka, what was the reason you decided to change? Why, as a lawyer?
Well, the real game changer was my kids, because as a mother, you need flexible work. And as a lawyer, it is not always possible because you have terms, proceedings that occurred and so on. So, and also these COVID times. But I have to say that I was looking to the career chairs also in the past. But, you know, when I chose my career as a lawyer, I was 17. And at the time, from my high schools, from my class, we were 30 students in the class, and just 5 of them went to study informatics, all the boys. So at the time when I chose my career, I didn't think that the IT is for girls. So, and then that changed, my mind changed because later, 2 years ago, I read one really inspiring article about one career change about another woman, and this career change was through IT/IT organizations. So it was really inspiring for me, and I started thinking about it, and I called to IT/IT how it works and so on, and then I decided to apply for a Women Tester Academy. So this is my story.
So, and being a lawyer and then moving to IT, did you have any connection with IT, or did you like IT world before, or why was it there?
Well, my husband works in IT, and through him, I know a lot of people in the IT world. So maybe it's a little bit easier for me. And for example, when I graduated as a lawyer, I had a few classmates who changed immediately after graduation to this IT world, girls, and I was always so interested why they change, how it is possible, and so on. So maybe there was different ways how that inspired me.
How you see it?
Lenka's way is very typical for the women who are coming to our courses. We have, I will say, two groups of women who are coming. And one very important group is women who have kids who are on maternity leave or few years after maternity leave. And they realize that two things, that it's really difficult for them to work in the job that they have. It's where they have the fixed hours, where the work environment is not very family friendly towards them. So they are starting to think what they can do about their career change. And the second thing is that they are not enjoying the job. So again, they chose some career right after the high school, very often is influenced by the parents or by the society, where they say girls is interesting in mathematics or science in general, and they say like, don't do IT or don't do that. That's not really for girls, and that's still happening in the 21st century, unfortunately. So they are choosing, let's say, economic university. They go for law. They go for become a teachers. And after a few years, they realize that this is not really fulfilling them. And what usually happens is they have some kind of teasers. They are triggered by some things, that they see some friends who are switching the career, or they have in their around their friends, the people who are working in IT. They see that they have flexible time hours, that they have better prospect of the career path, that they are earning much more money. And this is slowly eating them, like, okay, what is it possible to actually do? And this is the thing where our marketing comes, and this is the thing where we have the articles, we are trying to do the Facebook events and all this. So we actually come closer to them, and once it just clicks, like, wow, there is something like this NGO who can help me to become IT person, to come to the IT. So that's one of the groups. And second groups, it's girls who are, let's say, maybe even younger, and right after the university, they are thinking like, I studied 5 years and this is not for me. Where I want to say, like, there is something wrong about our education system when you finish 5 years and then you realize that this is not what you want to do. So, and maybe third group, which is not that big, but they are still there. It's even a little bit older women who are maybe 45, 50, and they're also able to change the career. And I always tell the employers, like, those are really prospective women, because they are usually not even tied. They don't have small kids. They have the drive. They have the experience. They are very mature. So this is also, sometimes they are doing our courses, but I must say it's much more difficult to get employed for them. Like, I can see the ageism there. We have a question.
Yes, I attended Women Tester Academy through ITVIT, organized by ITVIT. And this academy lasted for 2 months. And after this academy, I had a job interview and I got job offer. Yes, let's say.
Yeah, that's what we are trying to do. It's not always that easy, but really, like, the success rate is really high, especially for software women tester academy, because that course is really specifically aimed on retraining the women into software testing. So they have 2 months of lessons. They have 2 lessons, technical lessons per week, in the afternoons from 5 to 8. Plus they have to study at home, homeworks and all that. And they have usually one per week, one lesson that is more focused on soft skills. So how to prepare for the job interview, how to write your CV when you are switching into IT and you have been doing lawyer before, how to do your LinkedIn profile. We have some lessons that are focused on self-confidence. So this is, maybe we'll talk about it if you want to ask some question, but I can maybe just continue. So I will just say, like, one thing that the women have common is really love self-confidence when they are switching the careers. Yeah, so they came, and after 2 months they basically don't believe that they can do this, that they can become software testers, and we are just trying to show them also through our graduates yet, like, yes, it's actually possible, it's not impossible. So one of the or two of the lessons are also focused on this, like how to gain the self-confidence, and we are just trying to tell them, like, you have been doing some job for 10, 15 years, you have the great experience, you can use this experience, and this is your advantage. Let's say when you are comparing the graduates, IT faculty graduates, you have totally different profile, and this is the advantage for the companies, for the software companies. Like, this is what you usually want if you are a manager, that you have a team that is really diverse and can bring different ideas, different experience, and different perspective.
I've got 2 jobs offers from different companies. No.
And I have a question from Slido, from Irian. Which skills from your lawyer career you use now as a tester? So it's for Lenka. Tell us.
Well, I think that the legal profession and tester work is there are something in common, because as a lawyer you are trying to find mistakes in laws, in legal documents and so on, and as a tester you're trying to detect back and to report them. This is really one skill that is in common. And I don't know, as a lawyer, I know how to speak with the people, to be loyal and so on. I don't know.
Thank you very much. I hope it was answered. And there is another question for Veronika. I would say, what are the basic contents of technical courses, and do you practice exploratory testing?
Yeah, the part of the lessons is also exploratory testing. So there is 16 lessons, and what we try to cover is the basics of testing, exploratory testing, test management, how to prepare the tests. So there is a little bit of theory, and after this theory, which is actually not really done in theory, but they are practicing also, we have API testing, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. There is, please help me now.
Robot framework.
Jira, of course, Jira. So we are trying to cover all these topics that once you join as a junior tester, you basically need to follow. Of course, they are not like skilled in everything perfect, but the experience that they'll tell us is that once they join the company, it's really good for them that they know about everything. So once they go to the process, they learn really fast because they understand what is it about, and they just need to know how it works in the specific company. So we try to cover all this.
And another question that's kind of we can continue. What is the success rate of your graduate?
So here we are on the software testing conference. So just about Women Tester Academy, it's somewhere 60 to 70% of the graduates find a job within 6 months of graduating. It's the number is higher after, like, within 1 year. Some of them most of them that don't find a job is because they didn't find themselves in testing, and most of them are trying to find different ways. So we are not doing just testing academy, we are doing also data analytics academy. So they go to data analytics or UX or some other ways. So this rate for this is really high, and it went higher right after we started to do the soft skills lessons, because when we started to do this course in 2018, we had this idea like, okay, we just teach them testing and that's it. And then we saw that they really struggled when going to the interviews. And there we realized like women or the people in general are really able to learn anything, but once they need to sell themselves on the job interviews, there where the trouble comes. So that's why we did the software as the soft skills, and then the rate really went up.
Yeah, soft skills courses are very good. It helps.
Thank you.
Really, so I like that. Questions from audience? Yes, please.
It's basically when I'm talking to the graduates who are older, and usually they're around 50 age 50 and more. They are going to the interviews. I see and I know that they had really good results on the certification. I know how they were working on the courses, but their success rate is much lower than of the girls who are maybe 35, 40. And when I'm talking to them, they okay, ask for the feedback from the company. So once they get the feedback, very often they say like, you don't fit our company, you don't fit our profile. And we know that really the software companies, the average age is lower. So that's one of the things. And the second is like, they don't have the same kind of how they are thinking. So the only way we can help them in this case is we have coaches who are working with them, and we just tell them like, just really persist, try to find what fits you. And if they do that, if they really persist, they find a company that suits them. And so this is the way we are trying to help them. And other thing is that we are trying to talk to the companies that, like, really, this is unconscious bias in the HR, if it's HR or if it's the management. So you need to actually work with that, because unconscious bias is also that women don't belong to the IT, but because the IT sector is struggling with the people, it doesn't have enough people. Now they are really going after women, basically, let's say it this way. But we are telling them, like, you have to work in your company on the unconscious bias and really try to go behind every aspect of that, like if it's women, if it's age, if it's different, let's say, the nationality or whatever might be holding up against all these candidates. We have partner companies who are partnering us, who are basically, we are NGOs, so they are bringing money and we are giving them something ahead. And those are multinational companies, and many of them, they have quotas. So they have to actually do that to be able to meet the criteria in the future. So they are doing a lot of work inside, and we are helping them to do the work. So it's not really. But once we meet some other company, because many companies come to us like, oh, we have this open position, can you share it within our graduates? And we are like, we are doing this just for the partner companies, because we are not a recruitment agency. It's like, so, but we are telling them, like, this is not just about that you hire some women from our courses. This is like, you have to create an environment that is going to be helpful, that is going to be friendly to women in general. And this doesn't mean something really specific that you are going to have, if I really exaggerate, like flowers around the office. This means that you are going to really think about it. if you have more women, many of them might be mothers. So don't put the meetings after 3 p.m. when many of them have to pick up the kids. Don't put important things on Fridays when many of the people have to already arrange the weekend. Think about or even check when are the holidays, in general holidays at schools. So these are the little steps, and there is more. Like, if you are hiring a woman, do you have, as an HR person, do you have in your head, oh, she's 26, she might go on maternity leave in 3 years? Like, and what does it mean? So these small companies who are coming to us, we are trying to talk about this, and it's really long and painful process, but we see that the change is becoming. And I think part of that is because there is lack of people in IT.
Oh, keep it coming. Keep the questions coming. Yep.
Sellers? What do you mean? Salaries. Oh yeah, this is very difficult topic. I think it's a little bit better in the IT companies, but in general, there are different factors that come into the payment gap. One of them is exactly that the women go to the maternity leave, and in Slovakia, it's 3 years for each kid. Many of the women stay 6 years in the maternity leave, and once they come back to the company or they go to another company, the companies are looking at them like, oh, you haven't worked for 6 years, which is not true for two reasons. In 6 years, she worked like crazy, to raise a family. It's a really difficult job, and it's not paid, basically, in Slovakia and in many countries. And second reason is this woman very probably really worked hard on herself. So our graduates are the example. They are going to the courses. They are taking care of the families. Many of them are working. And in the evening, they are doing the course. In the weekends, they are doing the homeworks, and they are really working hard on themselves. So nobody can tell me like they are not working on themselves. So just to disqualify them because they have been 6 years on maternity leave until because of that you are going to have lower payments, that's not fair. But to answer your question is that we cannot really talk about it because we don't see inside the policies of the companies, and this is something that we do usually more in general, like to do some education in this level.
Okay, now we talked about how great it is for women to get into IT, but what would you tell the HR people or the managers? Why should they hire a woman?
I will tell for ourselves, there are studies. This is not something that we are just thinking about. There are studies that show that more diverse team you have, the better results it's bringing. And not just results as profit or something, but really results as how the people are satisfied with the job, with the team and everything. So that's the simple answer. And the more difficult answer, which is like why you need women, is because they have different life experience. If you are a man, and let's say in Slovakia, you don't have the same life experience. Most of them don't have the experience what it means to be 3 years on the maternity leave. And not because you want to be on the maternity leave, but because there is not enough places in the kindergartens, or if there is a kindergarten, it costs so much money that it's not worth for you to go back to work. You don't have the experience to stand a long line in the toilet. Like, so it's kind of funny, yeah, but men don't have the experience to stand a long line. And what it means is that once you get this person to the team who has different life perspective, it's looking at the task, at the job also from the different perspective. And when you are doing a product, you are usually not doing it just for the half of the population. You are doing it for some segment of the population, and those segments usually include also women. So this person is going to bring you the perspective and look at it different. So I don't like to say that women are more detailed or women are more soft and they have better skills or they are better talking to the people. If they are, it's because they have the different life experience. Usually, like, be nice, behave nice to the people. Boys will be boys, and these kind of differences that are taught to us whole life. but the real point is just bring as diverse team as you can. So if you can have there somebody from minority, really great for you. If you can have some person with the disabilities, that will be perfect. And just because it looks good on the posters, company posters, but because this person is gonna tell you like, hey guys, we are on the 5th floor and the elevator is not working. Like it's really difficult for me to get to the office or anything else. So yeah, that's why.
Special set of skills, maybe a patience. Oh my God, what you say? What set of skills are you bringing to the company as a woman? What's different?
Well, we have a lot of women in our company, and I think that women are smart, they are funny, they are wonderful, they want to learn new things, and they deserve the chance to work in IT.
And those things apply to all the human. So you see, there is really no difference. And I must say that in BOOTIQ, we have many graduates. So this is the example of the company that is like really hiring and doing the environment really willing for the women or our graduates to be there and work there. They are not our partners, so it's like not like promotion.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yes, please.
At the beginning, I had a little application, and then I was trying to detect detecting bugs. And I think that we learned a lot of things during this academy, so we were able to do the work. So we communicate with the developers, with other colleagues, and we're trying to get informations that are needed and to solve the problem. When we detect a bug, we report in Jira, because we use Jira in our company. And we write comments to the bugs that are reported, and we're trying to solve the problem.
Lenka, so what are you planning next for your career? You gonna stay the same tester as you are now, or you are trying to get more? Because you're a manual tester now.
Yes, I really would like to improve my skills. I really like to learn a lot new things, skills and tools, and I would like to be an automation tester. So there is a long path before me.
Good. Very good. Veronika, what do you want to tell all the women around?
Oh, well, there are many women here. Many of them are graduates, and so those that are not graduates, and if you have some friends around you, or if you want to join the IT, really just go for it. IT is not just the development or the programming. There is so many positions in the IT that fit the skills or the passion of any people. So just go for it and find your passion in the IT, because IT is the future. Yeah, it's connected to every part of our life. It's influencing every part of our living, and we need more diverse people to create the IT around us. So that's one of the things. And to the men around you, like, if you are in IT and you're happy and satisfied, please just encourage your daughters, your nieces, your cousins, even mothers. Yeah, really encourage them to join the IT. And because I cannot really imagine better job for anybody who is not really sure about what to do in the future. And I will just say that we are doing the courses for elementary schools and for the high schools. And it's not our aim that every girl is going to study IT or study on IT faculty. Our aim is that every girl, every woman is going to be able to use the digital skills in her future career. Because even the doctors, the surgeons are working with the IT software already now. Whatever company is right now, we are seeing that many data analytics positions are spreading around small companies. So even like there is a future in this. So encourage the people around you to become IT people.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Yes, Ron, please.
Yeah, we have automation course that is done by Furbo, who is going to be here tomorrow, I think. So actually, many of the people who are here today from Artin, from SANAE, are our lecturers. So we are working with them, and it's great cooperation. So yeah, we are doing that also. That's Cypress. We are doing that's Cypress, and Tomáš was doing the robot framework. Yeah, Tomáš Pekarovič.
So much. Okay. Any other questions? Very nice questions coming from the audience. So I don't see anything in the Slido anymore. No questions from audience.
I'm staying here for like another 1 hour, so just come to me and ask.
Yeah, both of the speakers.
Maybe I can say one more thing.
Go.
Yeah, one of the things we are doing right now is Women Tester Academy for women from Ukraine. So this is a pilot course, and we will be probably looking for companies who will be willing to do the job interviews with the women from Ukraine who are graduating this course. So that's maybe just encouragement, because for these people it's going to be much more difficult to find a job in Slovakia. Right now there are lawyers actually who applied. There are different positions, and here they are not able to find to continue their career as refugees. So we are hoping to help them to find a career in IT and start a new life here or wherever else in the world, because with the IT, you can just do it wherever. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. So thank you very much for all your great questions, and for Veronika and Lenka being here. And you can talk to the ladies during the day, in the breaks, or maybe at the evening event. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Give them the hand.